Jaydin, welcome. If you have a question for three-time All-American at the University of Missouri, top ranked at 141 pounds, Jaydin Eierman, please raise your hand and we will make our way through the lineup. So, questions for Jaydin? Jaydin, the first question this afternoon from Tyler Devine.
Jaydin, you've been here for a while. You're finally about to get on the mat as a Hawkeye. Have you thought about how kind of strange it is that your first meet as a Hawkeye is against your dad's alma mater?
Yeah, I'm excited. I only competed against Nebraska once in my career, and that was at Nationals, my redshirt freshman year, I believe. And I'm just excited. I give them a little hit there and there for it, but I'm excited to just go out there and be able to finally compete for the Hawkeyes.
Jaydin, the next question from KJ Pilcher.
Hi, Jaydin. I know this will be your first official match with the Hawkeyes, but what did wrestling at the U.S. Nationals and the Hawkeye Wrestling Club Showdown, what did that do for you, especially with this break before the start of the season?
Yeah, it was great to finally get some matches in before the season started. Usually we start in November, and that was kind of around the time we were competing. So it was nothing new to me, but it was good just to – it'd been since December of 2019 since I competed. So it was good to just get out there and blow them lungs out and try to, I went in the mindset with winning, but that wasn't able to happen. So it was the next best thing for me, and I took fifth. I battled back. There was a lot of matches, and then I had to turn it around in 3 weeks and wrestle the defending Olympic champion. So it was just great to get those matches in. I was blessed to be able to compete. So I'm just excited to get the season rolling.
Jaydin, the next question from Cody Goodwin.
Hey, Jaydin, appreciate you guys doing this. Dozens of reasons why you decided to come to Iowa, but now that you've been here and you've been with the guys and you've been part of the program, what has really kind of been your favorite part about being up here?
My favorite part would have to be like the practices. Like the coaches staff is like one of the best in the world, like Marinelli said, and they really work with their athletes here. Like our practices are built around us and how we want to feel by the end of competition. We're trying to peak and not really kill ourselves at the beginning, but it's really great, the practices, and it's every day you're going to have a war. There's not one guy that's going to bow down to you. You have guys that are ready to fight for that lineup spot, and that just makes everybody better because they're going to push each other to the top.
Yeah, and to follow up real quickly, just this culture that I know that you kind of wanted to be a part of, what was it, kind of watching it from afar, what was it about it that really was attractive to you?
Whenever you see them do interviews and talk about it, it's never I. It's always we have set out to do this, or we're going to do this together. We have each other's back. So it's a family atmosphere, and they're here together. They're supporting each other, and that's what I love. They're going to go out there and fight for each other, not just for themselves.
Jaydin, the next question from Isaac Goffin.
Hi, Jaydin. Seeing Coach Brands on a day-to-day basis, what's it been like? Especially sounds like he's been fired up recently.
Oh, it's great. I love them. They've helped me out tremendously with my wrestling style, trying to get me to become more, not more basic, but get my legs back, and then my offense and my scrambling ability starts to open up later in the match when the guy's really tired. So that helps me out, and then, pushing my pace every single day to try to get to where I can go for 7 minutes hard. And then having Tom and Terry helping me, bring my weight down. Like, this has been the easiest weight cut of my life, and I've done it so well. I'm walking around probably like 44, 45 now, and I'm still eating 3 meals a day. I'm still getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but I'm also building my shape where I'm leaning out, and I'm going to become like we're going to be a fine-tuned army come January 15th.
Jaydin, the next question from Anna Kaiser.
Yeah, coming into the Big Ten and getting to see some really dominant wrestlers every single week now through the end of the season. How does that build both you individually and your team up to reach your goals in March?
Yeah, we just have to take every day as a step for us. Every day is a goal for us to reach where we want to be come March 20th at the last day of Nationals. And it's not looking past each duel, it's taking every duel that is in front of us serious as the next. And I feel like once we do that, we're just going to keep steamrolling and keep going week after week and day after day. And then finally we're going to see where we're at come March 20th.
Jaydin, the next question from Grant Becker.
And you just talked about when you in the past heard the Hawkeyes talking at press conferences, things like that, talking about we. I imagine you listened to Coach Brands yesterday and you heard him fired up. I mean, I imagine he's a little bit bottled up. He hasn't talked to us as much lately. But what are you thinking as you're hearing him and the passion he's got in sort of this random room somewhere in early January?
Yeah, I love the passion that they have. Every day before practice, they give us our little speech, and it's every day. It's like it just fires me up to where like I want to run through a brick wall for them, because like that's what the leadership you want is, to have them to where you feel like your athletes, like the coaches have your back, and that's a great feeling for us, and they're going to go to war for us no matter what, and that's what I really love.
Jaydin, the next question from Cody Goodwin.
If you heard Tom, talking about the idea of unfinished business, and I asked, Marinelli and Kemmer similar variations of this question, but just, you being, kind of a new guy and was kind of watching them go through it maybe from a little bit of a distance last year. What's it like coming into, joining this team, this program that's, that's where their sights are at? Like, yeah. There's, you understand kind of what the goals are as soon as you step in that ring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's definitely unfinished business, Even though that I wasn't part of the team last year, like I feel like I have unfinished business there too, falling short, nationals in the semis 2 years in a row, and then the quarters the year before that to the eventual national champ. It was just, I feel like I have unfinished on my plate, and then joining the team this year, being put into the lineup, it's like we have unfinished business to where we were going to dominate the national tournament last year. We're going to dominate it this year. We're going to dominate it the next year. We're going to try to just keep this 2020 rolling to where this 2020 to 2030, we're just going to try to win as many national titles as we can. And I believe that's truly like what we're capable of.
All right, if there are no further questions for Jaydin Eierman, Jaydin, we thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
Good luck this season.
Thank you.